Hi you guys, what's up? I'm back with another reaction video, and this is Mike Tyson documentary part 4, the final one. And what a life he has so far. It's been so many ups and downs, and I just hope that we're gonna come to some kind of peace, good ending on this documentary. But I'm not gonna ramble or anything. Let's get straight into this video.
Tyson was alone. No wife, no family, no real friends.
Well, in the important game of expectations, this fight is over before it begins or soon thereafter.
It's a tragic story, but it's also like there's so many lessons in that story. It's like for all of us, it's like there's a lot to learn, you know, what happened when it got all the way to Buster Douglas, when it was like felt like you can't lose.
Please welcome the challenger, James Buster Douglas.
Buster Douglas always had a tremendous amount of talent, but he never totally put it together. But then his mom died, and he decided he was going to f Mike Tyson up for his mother. So it was a perfect storm of Mike Tyson being king of the world, doesn't even feel like he has to train anymore, and all on the way, Buster Douglas for that fight trained like a demon.
He was 37-0 at that particular moment in time. He was fierce, he was menacing.
You begin to file through your memory for the biggest upset in heavyweight championship fight history.
Douglas insists that he's going to shock the world in this fight. If he should upset Mike Tyson, it would make the shocks in Eastern Europe seem like local ward politics.
That's the worst, when you having bad when you having bad people around.
Another right hand lead by Douglas.
Like when you're fighting at the real top level of a sport, you know, if you start missing training, start taking drugs, start sleeping around.
He did that for his mom. Imagine that. Take his drugs.
Absorb that kind
Strength.
of a 4 or 5 punch combination.
His training team was so inept, they had forgotten one of the most standard pieces of equipment, an end swell.
And he is swelled up.
Wait,
Mike
what?
Tyson.
They forgot equipment? To like
And is dominating the fight right now. And of course, that infamous corner treatment that he got in Tokyo, Tyson.
Because you knocked him down, I think, in the 8th round, and he got like a very long count.
The referee gave him extra couple seconds to recover that he shouldn't have.
And there's a right hand uppercut, and down goes Douglas.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out. You're out, Buster. No, he's out.
Why did he give him this?
And the bell ends to save Buster Douglas at the end of round 8.
I believe he will be the youngest heavyweight champion of all time.
Oh, look at my...
And remains dedicated, interested,
up.
and without any distractions. I believe that he will go down in history as the greatest heavyweight champion.
What I took from it is that it was the beginning of the end of Mike Tyson, the Mike Tyson that we knew.
It's over.
Mike Tyson has been knocked out.
The aura of invincibility was gone. Tyson's demons had finally caught up to him.
Does it seem like a dream?
Yeah, pretty much like a blur.
And suddenly, Mike Tyson, perceived as this giant monolith, has been reduced to being another heavyweight champion who got defeated.
You have seen a piece of sporting history, the like of which there has perhaps never been in a boxing ring before. Mike Tyson's reign is over. I can't believe
The
it.
defeat sent shockwaves around the world.
James Buster Douglas is the undisputed heavyweight champ of the world. Buster Douglas, the new heavyweight champion.
Mike Tyson, who has often bragged that no man alive could beat him, refused to be interviewed after.
Listen, a fit Mike Tyson, no one can beat him. This guy was partying and everything the day before
the fight.
It's just one of the things. I was sleeping and I got my ass whipped. And it doesn't change me. I'm no different, no less of a person or anything.
Tyson was motivated again to reclaim his lost prize.
Tyson's reign of terror over the heavyweight division lasted 3 years and 3 months.
He demolished the top 2 contenders en route to a shot at the championship. But as he entered what should have been his prime.
So at the peak of your career, you were convicted and sent to prison for rape, which you write that you did not do.
Her name is Desiree Washington, an 18-year-old college freshman.
Another beauty pageant contestant quoted you as saying, he's got a lot of money and he's dumb. You saw what Robin Givens got out of him.
He's someone that,
oh my God,
he has so much money, he's always throwing it around. I might as well get a piece of it. You know, that's how people looked at it.
After Casamaro died,
serving a 6-year term at the Indiana Youth Center, Tyson was back in the setting he knew all too well.
Everything his adopted father, Casamaro, had tried to prevent had come true under the tutelage of Don King.
And they destroyed the greatest fighter I've ever seen.
You have to understand, me being behind prison is going to be a lot different than the average person being behind prison.
Hey guys, come on, shut up.
Sorry, champ. It was Jerry.
The debt is paid. The prison term over. 3 years ago tomorrow, Mike Tyson entered an Indiana penitentiary.
Tyson went straight into training, and the fights came back.
Yes, Tyson is back, and with him comes the attention and excitement that only a superstar can generate.
Tyson came back with a vengeance against Peter McNeely.
As the former champion makes his final preparations in private, you wonder if he has rekindled that burning rage that made him once nearly invincible. Now, if the former champion is to climb the mountain one more time, that journey must begin tonight in impressive fashion.
Tonight, making his return to the ring, introducing the one, the only,
come on, Mike
Tyson.
Through all the upheaval, Tyson remained the sport's most famous and infamous figure and its biggest box office draw.
The intensity. He wants to get this fight over as soon as possible. He wants to be impressive. He wants to be destructive.
Casamaro once told him your greatest asset can become your greatest weakness. And McNeely, as advertised, comes right at Mike Tyson.
Movement that we know. Yes. This is what we know.
Seconds into the first round.
Magical movement. Just always one step ahead. Like another level, another class. We beating the best of the best. Making it look. He's back, baby.
He's very hurt. He can barely stand up. In this fight, he's got about 30 seconds left.
That's it. He quit.
The convict was still a draw. His very first fight after release won him $25 million.
His erratic spending and substance abuse worsened.
Mike Tyson is departing.
Tyson went out of the gym, was alone and isolated.
How much money do you think you spent on drugs? I mean, you're an incredibly wealthy man.
I don't know. I spent enough.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
There was a lion in the front yard, loose. Wow. And he was on the steps like this with a heavyweight belt. What? 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 How come nobody wants to get out the car and play with my cat?
You and him coming over your house in a limousine, and you had was it a lion or a tiger?
Tiger. You must have with a lion, but yeah, the tiger.
This is a crazy picture. You in your underwear with a tiger on a chain.
What made you think you could get a tiger? Like, how did that even happen?
Pet tigers, bro. He wrestled with them.
I still didn't have peace. I still had that old darkness from back before. So I become this addict now, because I always drank my whole life, never stopped drinking.
His boxing skills have faded slightly.
Tyson
continues to
miss. And missing again, and missing again.
Put it, pivot, swing around on your opponent's side.
And down goes Baddest.
What makes me successful is my ego, my desire, my self-hate, and the fact that I want to be up more than people want me to be down.
Tonight in his first title fight since losing the undisputed world heavyweight title to James Buster Douglas, February of 1990.
After a series of quick knockouts, Mike Tyson would take aim at recapturing the heavyweight title.
Combination uppercut by Tyson. Tyson laid it on. It is all over. It is all over here in round 3. Mike Tyson is champion again.
In a blink, Mike Tyson had retaken the heavyweight belt.
There you go.
WBC heavyweight champion of the world.
There you go.
Iron, Mike Tyson.
There you go.
He battled Bruce Seldon for the WBA title.
A very loose-looking Bruce Seldon, a very serious-looking Mike Tyson.
He had now unified the titles again.
And Tyson with a left hook, and Seldon is down on his stomach.
Oh, he's gone.
Over. And that's it.
Oh my
it's
God.
over in the first round.
I unified the championship again when I beat Bruce Seldon. I fought him and beat him in a one-round knockout. And I had 2 belts on my waist. After being out of prison, out of 11 months, coming out of prison with 2 belts on my waist. I really thought I was somebody special then, because no one's ever done that, not even Muhammad Ali. And then, once again, I let everything go away, and I believed I was God. I believed I was great. I didn't believe I had to train for them. I thought everybody was afraid of me.
Finally, after many impediments and obstacles being put in both their path,
only 1 belt remained to become undisputed once more. This time, he would have to face Evander Holyfield.
Apparently, Holyfield kept headbutting him over and over again. The ref didn't do anything about it.
We remember that.
And no one warned him, no one took any points for him. What am I to do? This is my career. I can't continue getting butted like that. I got children to raise, and this guy keeps butting me, trying to cut me and get me stopped on cut. I gotta retaliate.
So Tyson got really dazed and confused, and finally, he just snapped and bit his ear off.
What happened here?
He got bit, I think.
I kept on saying, I want to get him back. I want to get him back.
Evander Holyfield, look out! He's pushed right here above us by Tyson.
He's got bit in the ear.
Oh my goodness, he's got a bloody right ear. Holyfield bit by a dirty Mike Tyson.
So we go back in, then all of a sudden, you bit this ear.
Mike Tyson has bit Evander Holyfield for the second time, and it is all out war.
Mike Tyson will fight again, and you'll pay to see him. But this time, you're going to pay twice as much.
His tasteless performance against Evander Holyfield spawned headlines like Reality Bites, Paper Chew, and Irresponsible.
To say when the budding occurred, and I thought I might lose because of a severity of a cut above my eye, I just snapped.
You know, we have never seen the Mike Tyson Bowl that was here before he went to prison. Since he came out, we have not seen that Mike Tyson.
After a 2-year layoff, Mike Tyson's ban was lifted, and he was allowed to return.
18 months after being disqualified for biting the ears of Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson comes back.
That's all it took. One shot, he may not get up.
Then, he called out Lennox Lewis.
I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one
know.
can stop me. Lennox is
We
the
know.
conqueror. No, I'm Alexander.
We
He's
know.
no Alexander. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Though he still had a puncher's chance, he was a shell of his former self.
So the man who once was the youngest heavyweight champion in history now will try to regain the title at the advanced age of 35.
The fight wasn't Tyson's last, but symbolically, it was. Kid Dynamite was never coming back.
So now it's just chaos and cocaine and women, and then eventually the wheels fall off.
I was madly in love with Customato. I became, he broke me down and rebuilt me back up, and I became totally loyal to him.
We lost him.
My over-under was 90 seconds.
Mike Tyson literally exploded into our living room.
When he was being trained by Customato, he was living the total existence of a man hell-bent on becoming the world champion.
Remember, from the side, you can let that punch go at the waist.
Stewart has stated categorically that he knows he needs to keep throwing punches to try to keep Tyson occupied. If he stops throwing, he'll be dead. This could be quick.
I was afraid of a 30-second soundbite.
This fight is over.
Boxing is the theater of the unexpected. In many ways, that sentiment perfectly describes Mike Tyson, forged under the tutelage of the great Cus D'Amato.
Mike permits himself to be pushed around. He is one person in the ring and a completely different person when we go out.
A theater of the unexpected.
Scared of the little white scared of the real man. I'll you till you love me.
By the looks of this guy, this is not consensual sex we're talking about.
Kevin told us this guy's going to be champion as long as he wants to be champion, and it's obvious he wants to continue being champion.
Heavyweight champion of the world!
What will people remember about Mike Tyson 50 years from now?
50 years? I don't know, that the most destructive, ferocious fighting machine that God ever created. Yeah, that's what I think.
Nobody brings it home like Joe.
Oh, that was it. Nah, what a roller coaster. Oh my God. Really enjoyed this documentary. Just get to learn so many new things about him, and wow. I hope you guys enjoyed this documentary as much as I did. Leave a like, comment other videos you want me to check out down below. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys very soon with another video. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.